Hey everybody, alright, in this video I am going to show you how I draw the Black Widow. And I haven't really drawn her very much recently, so I'm going to do my best. Alright, just like all the other characters when I draw them, I'm going to start with the head, start with a circle. The females, I draw them with a little bit more of a rounded jawline than the males. Alright, I'm going to put her neck in there. And I'm going to start with the traps to the shoulders. Kind of go where I'm going to put the chest in right here. I'm going to have her head kind of turn the opposite direction of her body. But this is all very similar to how I would do a male character. You'll see differences in a minute, but I start with this, and then I'm going to go down with that line going down to the center of the character. And I'm going to go ahead and put the shoulder in right here. And I'm going to have it connected to the collarbone right here. And then this one I'm going to go ahead and put over here too, but it's going to kind of be behind the body a little bit because of how it's turned. And also another thing about females is they have wider hips than the males, so whereas a male for like the back to the midsection, I would kind of just go like get to the point and go straight down. But for the female, it's a little different. So I'm going to kind of bring it down to the crotch right here. I'll show you, I'll kind of outline a little bit to make it a little darker to show you what I'm doing. But so instead of kind of coming straight down to the hip right here on a male and have it be a little wider, I'm going to come and bring it more narrow down here. And then I'm going to kind of make it wider out for the hips. So you kind of want to keep that in mind for female characters compared to males. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and at least put a portion of the legs in here. I'm just going to come down to the knees for this drawing. But just remember that they've got wider hips so that the legs kind of come out a little bit more of like a rounded shape, and they kind of, you start them out here and come out and not coming straight down. Alright, so now we've got the legs in. I'm going to continue with the arms. And just in general, I mean, this isn't going to be the case because you can draw the characters however you want, but females are going to be less muscular. So here's just, I'm going to keep them like the arms. Even when I draw a male, I might start with the arms and have like this cylinder here and then go out and add on some muscle definition. And for some female characters, I might want to do that a little tiny bit, like maybe Wonder Woman or somebody who's a really strong character. But for Black Widow, I'm going to keep them the cylinder size. Alright, I'm trying to make sure that I'm keeping my elbows level or in proportion. Alright, so now I'm going to do this. This is a trick I use to kind of help me when I've got a arm coming forward a little bit. I do these kind of circles for the cylinder to give it some volume. So if I can tell that I have like the placement of the arm right. Alright, so I'm going to do her with a fist right here, and she's going to be holding one of one of her batons. Yeah, the weapons that Black Widow is usually seen with are like these little electrified batons. She's got her gauntlets, and then a lot of times she's got guns. Now I'm going to draw her with these. Okay, so I've got her hands in there, got her weapons in there. This is basically the form right here. So now I'm going to start adding some detail. Got her other gauntlet here. And keep in mind when you're sketching, guys, to keep it light. So if you want to change something, you can. When I'm sketching on here, I do it pretty dark, but I'm just doing that so you all can see it, so you can see the lines clearly. Normally when I'm sketching, I keep it pretty light. Alright, so I'm going to put her belt in. She's kind of got like these big like oval looking things, and sometimes there's like a little line connecting them, sometimes not. But she's got her little logo right here. Just like an upside down triangle on top of a triangle is the way I would describe it. Alright, I'm going to start moving it on the face now. Start faces the same way, male or female. I go in and put the eyebrows in, and that helps me place the nose. And another thing that I do with females that I don't do with male characters is the lines around their eyes I do darker. You know, kind of like to show like if they were wearing like some kind of eyeliner or something like that. It's just darker. But I mean, that's up to you. That's just a preference thing that I do. Alright, so now I'm going to start putting in the hair too. So I'm going to have it kind of sitting on top of her a little, on her shoulder a little bit, hanging over her shoulder. You can still see that shoulder out there, but it's kind of around her. Do the same thing on the other side. And just, you know, you can experiment with different hairstyles for these characters, because over the years they've all had several different hairstyles. Sometimes I like to have her hair kind of flowing in the wind. And put the lips in there. And I start on the lips. What I do is I do kind of like a little curve, and then like a bigger one that comes out here. And then on the bottom part I do a big swooping curve. And then for the teeth, what I'll do is I'll kind of, depending on how large I want to make the mouth opening, I will just do another curve inside of it all the way to this top part. And then I'll kind of color in a dark part around the lips to kind of show you where the top lip is. And usually if I was going to go ahead and ink this and color it and everything, I would still ink all this in black and then just have the color right here. So I'd do like a red in this open part. And I don't know why I started doing that or when I started doing that, but I just did. And it's kind of stuck. Alright, so now she's got like these little flaps from her top of her shirt. But that is Black Widow, basically. That was a quick one. But if you guys like this, let me know. Leave a comment and let me know if there's anything else you want to see me draw, any other characters, specific characters you want to see show up on these how to draw videos.